I think at that point, for sure, I'm going to need some sort of budget to like keep track of it all and to just set a limit of, family's still number one. It's time for bookkeeping, beer, and BS. Any like thing I didn't ask you that you're like, oh, we should talk about this, or I wish you would have got into this thing. Anything I missed?
I don't know. You're talking about the outdoors. There's so much that you've missed. Do you like allocate money? Like, how disciplined are you in it? Do you have a fun fund, a hunting fund? How do you deal with
Yeah,
that?
I do. It's called my bank account. That's my
So
fund.
there's not like a separate fund for your outdoor stuff.
So no, because it's all I really spend money on. I used to be pretty diligent about budgeting, and then I got bad at it. Probably because I was like, yep, I spend the same amount on all the stuff all the time. And there's like ebbs and flows from month to month. But I found that because I don't really have a spending problem. I mean, we talked about this on your show, like I'm just cheap. Um, and like I have a mental budget where I'm just not buying a lot of stuff. My wife had to convince me to buy a new bow. I hadn't bought one in like 10 years. And the one I had bought 10 years ago was a Black Friday super fire sale deal. And like bow hunting is my thing. She's like, this is what you live for. And you have a 10-year-old, like not elite bow. Like go buy yourself a nice damn bow. And I'm like, but there's like $1,500. Like think about all the things I could do with $1,500. But even like the thing I obsess about, I don't go buy expensive stuff. I'm still kicking myself for paying too much for my own wedding ring. Like that was like, I could have got a $20 wedding ring. Instead it's like a couple $100. I'm like, man, like I'm married to you. I got a ring. It didn't need to be it could have been $1 and it still would have been great for me and would have meant the exact same thing. So I'm just not a big time material person. I bought 5 pairs of jeans, 6 pairs of jeans like 2 weeks ago. It was the first time I had bought jeans in like 8 years. So like kudos to me for like still staying in them, but like just don't see value in material stuff. So I've gotten lethargic on budgeting because I just don't, because like I did. And then I just found that it was like the same every month. And so my fund for hunting and fishing is just kind of like up here. And it's all, I mean, I spend money on my kids' stuff, usually to try to get them out hunting or fishing. But it's really the only thing that I'll spend money on. And I'm still pretty frugal about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen with hunting, it can get super expensive. I know people down south when they're applying for tags in different states, like in Arizona, where you have to front the money for a lot of the stuff, and so that money's gone for a while. Same thing with Wyoming, and so that money is gone. And if you're buying points, not hoping for the premium tag, but just a tag to be able to draw somewhere, that could get expensive. You're buying points in a lot of different areas, and then travel. If you do happen to draw the tag, then it's travel. So I've been looking a lot more as far as if I want to buy something or if I want to replace the rain pants that are now leaking, how much is that going to cost and what's it comparable to? So anytime I'm tempted to anything, like this is part of a ticket. I could spend this money on getting halfway to Fairbanks for a caribou hunt, or I could buy this thing. And that's been really good for me the last couple of years of, no, I'm not going to buy this. I'm not going to upgrade some equipment or whatnot. If I sell 15 more books, then I can buy this. But as far as being disciplined and those opportunities, because it's so expensive, you want to go caribou hunting, you want to go on a travel or on a trip, that takes money. So
I think what I haven't started doing like big out of state hunts yet, although I'm starting to like stick my toes into that water. And so I think at that point, for sure, I'm going to need some sort of budget to like keep track of it all and to just set a limit of, family's still number one. Like probably even more important for me is a time budget, because I can get carried away and like spending too much time. I travel a lot for work. And then if I'm traveling too much for hunting stuff, that's almost more important than the money aspect of it. The money aspect would get really, really important if my wife wasn't at her job, because she makes like twice as much money as I do. So as long as like she keeps making money, then the money part's not that important. It's the time part. But if she's not working or not at her job, then the money part would get way more important. But like starting to do these out of state hunts. Like you said, I put in for an Arizona tag and it's just like, here's $160 and just buy, like, see ya for nothing. Like, I got a point. I got this point. Yes. What does it do? I don't know, but in the future Dan will like it.
Yeah, and you can even buy money on these services that show you all this point stuff, but you can just look that up yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I've just chosen one state. My wife and I've just chosen kind of one state down south. That's kind of our area. We're buying points in that area. We know the state pretty well. We've hunted there before. We got some mule deer. She's hunted elk there. So rather than try to relearn a state and spend $2,000 to go down there and start from scratch again, we kind of know this state. That's going to be the state. Otherwise, let's just spend trips in Alaska and go see some cool stuff around here.